Alright, in this video, I'll give you my thoughts about the protests that are taking place in Bangladesh. Okay, I'll give you whatever I know, and in case you know more than me, please feel free to comment down below, because remember, I'm not Bangladeshi, I've not been to Bangladesh. I know as much as you do, so in case you do know more, please feel free. And in response to that Bangladeshi guy who commented below one of my videos, which said 57 Bangladeshis, they got arrested in UAE, Dubai, and they are going to be jailed. They are already jailed, okay? So this guy wrote, he called me names, obviously, he called me names. Oh, you are asking what is the use of all these protests, and you're such a coward, and whatever. I responded to him stating that you can see my response there. Just check that video, 57 Bangladeshi people, Bangladeshis arrested. Just type that in on YouTube with Machedo. You'll get my video. His comment will be there below. Oh, what did I tell him? I just told him, see, listen, protesting is fine. Okay, but you need to know where you're protesting. If you're protesting in Bangladesh, that's totally fine. But you're protesting in a country where you're going to work, and the punishment for protesting, okay, which is violation of the law, is jail for not only minimum 10 years, up to 35 years. So a 1 hour protest, 1 hour of protest, whatever, peaceful or whatever, resulted in them getting a jail for 35 years. Is it worth protesting for 1 hour to be jailed for 35 years in a foreign country? And then I even asked him, so fine, Bangladesh is free, but these 57 guys will remain in jail for 35 years from today until 35 years. So if he's 20 years old today, he'll be 55 when he comes out. He'll not get to see his wife. He'll not get to see his children. He's not going to get to see his mother, father who will pass away. He'll not get to see his entire life is behind bars and a small room. Is it worth it? Is it common sense? So I just told him, you are an immature idiot, absolute immature idiot. Oh, protest in your country. Not, they went to UAE for what? Protesting? No, they went to the UAE to earn money to feed their family. So focus on that, right? Simple question, which I asked him, and there's no response. If you think I'm wrong, tell me, was it worth protesting for 1 hour to be jailed for 35 years? Okay, now the country will be free. People will go about working, doing their own job. But these 57 guys will be behind bars for 35 years. Who will take care of their wife? Who will take care of their children? Who will take care of their mother and father? Imagine children growing up without seeing their father. Why? Because 1 hour of protest. So go figure. Anyway, coming back to the topic. So the Bangladeshi Prime Minister flees amid protests. Let me drink. This is getting cold. 1 second. Okay. So here is a summary of what has happened. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina resigned and fled Bangladesh amid violent protests. Army Chief Waker-us-Zaman confirmed the formation of an interim government. Hasina has been believed to fled India, landing in Agartala. Now, it's pretty ironic that a woman who took over the military, when the military was ruling the country, she took over to reform the country, and she has done a lot of good. But like they say, power and money corrupts people. I watched the documentary of Yunus, the man who created the bank for poor people, the Nobel laureate. And I was very shocked to know that Sheikh Hasina, because she didn't see eye to eye with him, or he didn't support her, or there was some tension, you can help me understand this. She actually made sure that he had multiple court cases. He was charged for fraud, or his entire family is jailed, or she's just trying to make sure that he gets destroyed. For a woman who saved the country, instead of being happy that here is another individual who's doing good for the poor people, creating banks where people can afford to get affordable loans and they can make their dreams come true. She actually had an ego clash with him, and like they said, money and power corrupt people. She went to the dark side and she ensured that his life would be destroyed. So you need to watch that documentary of Mohammed Yunus. I don't know if it was Bloomberg or it was New York Times. On YouTube, I saw that documentary. So for me, Mohammed Yunus, as for what I've seen, his history, what I've read about him, I absolutely do not accept that he tried to cheat people, that he tried to do bad. He spent his entire life helping the poor, creating a bank banking system for the poor people. The same template is being followed in multiple countries. So I refuse to believe that he is a evil person or bad person or a traitor. I strongly believe that Sheikh Hasina got carried away with power, and because she has been in power for so many years, she just refused to want to step down. Remember, power and money is very addictive. People don't want to lose it. And now she's making sure that anyone who opposes her gets destroyed. Okay, so the reason for these protests began in July after the reinstatement of some controversial quotas reserving 30% of government jobs for freedom fighters' descendants. Now, I don't know whether it's a good thing or not a good thing, but the reaction was definitely not good, because you have a new generation of youngsters who are looking for jobs, who definitely want a government job because it gives a lot of benefits. Even in India, you get a government job, you get a lot of benefits. Now, I guess the younger generation was, because we don't have anyone who's a freedom fighter in my family, why should I suffer? We want jobs given to us based on merit, not based on a caste. Or even in India, there is the misuse of these quota systems for so-called scheduled castes or scheduled tribes or whatever. You should give placements based on strictly on merit. Okay, but the problem with these countries like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, all these countries, because there's such a disparity between the rich and poor, corruption exists at all levels of the government or institutes, and it's very hard to get rid of corruption. It's impossible. So when you have like these fixed quotas, people obviously take advantage, and then there is obviously bribes, and everything goes under the table. Okay, everything works under the table, if you know what I mean. So the protests escalated due to the government's refusal to negotiate, leading to clashes and significant violence. 300 people have been killed, including 98 in a single day, which is really sad. Government response: the government shut down the internet service, imposed curfew, but these measures had limited success. I don't know, somehow these countries keep trying to shut down the internet and all that. Like even in Kashmir, they shut down the internet to bring order, but somehow people still are able to share information. I guess if you really have to share information, you'll figure out a way. But yes, internet does help. Hasina's official residence, Ghana Ban was stormed by thousands of protesters. This also happened in Sri Lanka. What is that name of that family with the mustache? Can't get his name. They stormed into his house, and they actually stole so many things. And people are, I've seen a couple of videos where they are showing off what they stole from the house. I mean, you're even showing your face, man. Come on. People are crazy. They're showing what they stole, and then they're showing their face. Hey, I stole it. You're going to get in trouble at some point. Okay. Public reaction and statements. Hasina's son, Sajeeb Wazed, urged security forces to uphold the constitution, prevent unelected government from taking power. Too late. Wazid condemned the protesters as terrorists, not students. The ones who are causing problems and the ones who are whose actions are resulting in destruction of property, yes, they are bad apples, but not the students who are protesting, because the students are protesting simply because they want a better life. Remember, life in Bangladesh is not easy as it is. So you're making it much more harder for them. So, and students, especially today's generation, they are not going to take things sitting down, and many of them are very self-entitled. So having this plus having that excess amount of energy and youthfulness. So obviously they're not going to keep quiet. So international response: Volker Turk, the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, urged Bangladeshi government to stop targeting peaceful protesters. Well, how do you differentiate between peaceful and not so peaceful, especially when they're all mixed? 13 police officers were killed in an attack on a police station in Siraj Gajan district. Okay. I have murdered that pronunciation. Okay, ongoing situation. Protest continues with calls of civil disobedience. The University Teachers Network proposed an interim government with representations from various sectors supported by Bangladeshi military. There's also, I see in a couple of posts that Mohammed Yunus has been asked to help in forming another separate government. Now, what I look at it as is right now when there is no government, when there's no law and order, everyone will be a loser. The ones who are rich, they will continue being safe. The upper middle class also a little bit of damage, but they'll be safe. But the ones who will suffer are the people who are middle class and especially lower. The country is going to be damaged by all this. Corruption is not going to end. It's just you have to choose between two evils. So bigger evil or lesser evil. So you'll have to choose. I'm not saying Muhammad Yunus's government is going to be bad or evil, but he may be a good human being. But when you have power and money, not everyone in his party or those who follow him are going to be saints. So you'll have to choose the lesser of two evils. But it's very, very important to have a government come back into power, any government for now, and restore law and order and just reverse this bloody rule and make everyone silent and just at peace. If I was someone in authority, I would definitely reverse that rule so everyone would be peace. Peace, calm would get restored. Put security checks in place and just fix the situation and not bring a controversial law that is making people go angry, berserk, and having the whole country as a mess. As per this lady Hasina, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, I think she has had her time. She enjoyed her level of power. She did a lot of good things for Bangladesh, but I think it's time for her to step down and allow someone else to take over, because you can't forever be in a position of power. Power and money corrupts. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You agree, disagree? And I would definitely read your comments and love to listen to what you have to say. Having said that, this is me signing off. You guys take care. Bye.